I would like to welcome my subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. So today we're going to be doing the Knotless Bohemian box braids. We're using human curly hair because it lasts longer and it's not going to tangle as bad as synthetic hair as it starts to get older for the style. So I did pre-part these. It makes the process so much faster, and so yeah, that's why I did this. So I'm doing like some medium-sized knotless box braids because I had some curly hair laying around, so I was like, you know, she said she wouldn't try this style, so, and I had some hair already, and so I wanted to make sure I had enough curly hair for this style. If you would like to know, well, do a tutorial on these knotless box braids, you know, just like this video and I will do a tutorial on them. And if you would like to purchase some human curly hair, and I know right now the hair stores are not open, click the link below and it will lead you to some curly hair. I'm not sure the name of this hair. Like I said, I had it sitting around and I didn't have the pack. I think I threw away the pack, so I wasn't sure the name of the hair. So yeah, I will link some down below in the description bar, so check it out. And if I find anything in this like far as braiding hair and products, I will link it in the description below. So anytime you want to purchase like products or products that I'm using, just check the description below and I will have like a link to where you can buy it from. So each braid either has 2 strands of curly hair or 3, depending on where I need to see some fullness. That's when I add like more hair. And the strands that they're real small where I add in the hair because I still want to see the braids. In each knotless braid, I still use 3 strands of hair. Unless you're going for a certain length, but for this particular style I only use 3. And I am using Shine and Jam on the roots, or if I need some on the hair, I use it on the hair as well. I know her hair looks greasy, but we did a hot oil treatment, and I also add grease on her hair because I don't really like braiding dry hair. And this is Expressions braiding hair, by the way. And this is how it's looking so far. The color of the curly hair is 1B in 33. And the color of the braiding hair is 1B in the color 4. I went with those colors because that is some hair I had laying around. So I said, just go ahead and use it. But these colors mesh together very well. I try to do the brick method where the braids fall in between the other braids, so far it's working out. This is my favorite comb that I like to use. This is the Red by Kiss. Or the red, something red. I will link in the description below where you can purchase the comb as well. So I love using the metal comb because it makes those parts clean. I like for my parts to be clean. And I did stretch her hair too. Not too much. I normally don't stretch hair for like box braids or anything, but this was a different style that I was trying, so I wanted to make sure her hair was stretched. I did not use any heat. I stretched it by braiding it out. So putting them in little ponytail plaits, aka Miss Celie braids, if you familiar with the movie The Color Purple. Yeah, I did her hair like that in those braids to stretch it out without any heat. And you guys, this is my first time doing this style, so yeah. And I did soak this Expressions hair in some vinegar in hot water for like an hour to get rid of the alkaline base on this hair. So as you can see, it still has its shine. It doesn't mess with the texture of the hair or anything. So yeah. You can use like any type of vinegar. I know it says that you're supposed to use like apple cider vinegar, but it works just as well using white vinegar as well. And I did shampoo the hair so it doesn't smell like vinegar, because that's an awful smell. But yeah. And the strands that I am putting inside these knotless braids, they are really small because you don't want them to, for the look I was going for, I didn't want the curly hair to take over like the box braids basically. And I highly recommend when you do this style to use human hair, because I feel like it lasts longer. Synthetic hair, once it's been in too long and it starts rubbing against your clothes and your pillows or anything you put on your hair, it kind of loses its it gets frizzy and it starts to lose its the curl, and it starts to look stiff. Unless you don't plan on leaving these in long, but she's going to leave them in for about, her hair, she could probably get about a good 3 weeks or a month out of these braids, so we shall see. And I also pre-parted the front too. Yeah, please ignore that dry patch on my hand because the struggle is real. Like, no matter what I put on it, it still looks like that. So, you gotta mind me. I know y'all see it in every video. But I have like psoriasis, dry skin, and whatever you name it, I have something going on with my skin. So, yeah. And I highly recommend this style if you like something light and you're not used to wearing braids. I would highly recommend this because it's not heavy, it's lightweight, and it's like gentle on your edges, gentle on your scalp if you have a sensitive scalp. And I highly recommend if you're on a growth journey, this style as well because it does. Your hair is safe and it also grows while your hair is in this style as well. So you're retaining length. Sorry. So we're at the top. As you can see, it's really gentle. It's not pulling on the edges. And it's so gentle, like you could style these braids the same day you get them done. You can also do this style with the traditional box braid method. I know some people are not a fan of the knotless, but you can also do this style with the traditional box braids as well. Don't mind me here. It's just, like I said, this is my first time doing this style, so. And it's not that I didn't know how to do it. You always learn when you do hair, braids, or whatever. You always learning. So this method, well, this style, all you doing is feeding in hair. So you just leave out the hair, basically. So it wasn't hard to do. So I'm on the last braid. And after this, I'm going to be showing you a method on how I soak these braids because I didn't want the braids to be stiff. And I didn't add any curly hair on the end. She didn't want it on the ends. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And don't worry, any strand that's sticking out, it has been trimmed and cut. So I don't play that. I like my braids to be clean and neat. So this strand right here, I added 3 for fullness. Because I don't like the look where if you do this style and you don't add enough curly hair, it could look skimpy, and I wasn't going for that look. I wanted a full look, but I still want to see the braids, basically. And these braids are like hip length. I cut the hair into 3 sections. the expressions hair. So this is the method I'm doing. I'm gathering all of the curly hair to prep, so when I dip it, it doesn't get in the water, because I don't know how this hair is going to react in hot water. So to be safe, I gather up all the curly hair and put it into like a ponytail and like clip it away. This is a tedious method, so I recommend, if you do this style, like add extra time on top of like what you normally do when you do knotless braids. However long it take you to do knotless braids, add extra time, because you don't want the braids to be stiff. So I dipped them in hot water. I only dipped the ends that were exposed, like as you can see on the sides. Those are the parts I dip on the very tips of the hair. Because if you don't soak them, you're gonna see like the little tips sticking through the curly hair, and I was not going for that. So I want to dip it so the hair on the ends won't be stiff. Like I said, this is a very tedious process, so those ends only will be soaked. The part where you see no curly hair, that right there. And I put it into a rubber band and then I clip it away. Cleaning up my braid. Told you I was not playing. And I did most of this off camera, but for the sake of the video, I showed you what I was doing and cleaning up my braids as well. So now I'm adding some lighter body foam onto the hair. And I'm heavy-handed. I know y'all like, she using so much, but this is going on her hair and it's going to go on the curly hair, so that's why I use so much. And this reminds you of the Lotta Body setting lotion, and it smells really good. So I'm putting this throughout her hair to lay down like any flyaways or anything. And then I'm putting it on the curly hair. To me, this setting lotion isn't harsh, so I don't think it's gonna like affect the curly hair as well as it starts to get older. No, the style starts to get older. But I also when I blow dry this, I use cool air only to set the foam into the braids. I use cool air only. So this is the final look. As you can see, it works and mesh very well. And so she had a little photo shoot. She did like the little TikTok method. I will link her TikTok name below so y'all can follow her. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.